Nicole, you made your reservations for downtown dining.
I know. I'm going out with some girlfriends on Saturday. Are you going to go? Are you guys? It's a good time to, again, we were talking, too. There's so many great restaurants in Milwaukee that I always want to try, and this is a really good idea. Because if you don't like it, then you didn't spend that much money.
Exactly. Right. But you got to keep a list, because we were talking about these places that we say we want to go, but then when it comes time to go, can't remember where I said.
Yeah. So it's a good opportunity to get out and explore Milwaukee. Thank you for joining us this morning on Real Milwaukee. Katrina's still off today, so we have Amanda back filling in.
Welcome back.
Thanks for being here. How is everybody?
Everybody's good.
Good.
Yeah. It's a good Thursday.
It is. It feels like Friday a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
It's not
And I kind of wish it was.
Yeah, well, it is my Friday.
Oh,
I'm
well
off
then. Fine.
So can it be mine too?
No.
Yeah.
Take us with you.
Just me. I won't be here. Brad Hicks will be.
Let's go check in with Tony. Does it feel like Friday morning to you too, Tony?
It felt like Friday on Monday.
Oh.
So I don't know what you're talking about. I was ready for the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be hot, steamy. I love this. For people who complain all winter about being cold, this is the time you need to remember and enjoy it. And today we're actually out and about in a place we've never been, Elm Grove. We have not been in this community yet, so I'm happy to be here. And this is Nora B's Cafe. This is Nora. Hi.
Hi.
Are you excited for this?
I'm very excited.
She's very tame right now, but just wait till later. After she's had a few root beers, things are going to get a little crazier. We're gonna. I know, we got another one, kids. We got another one. Okay, so we're going to actually get in the kitchen. We'll show you what they cook here. We're going to show you how to get here because it's kind of hard to get to, right?
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
But it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Once you find us, you'll be back.
Okay.
Well, that's a bold statement. We're going to find out if that's true coming up in a little bit. I'm excited.
very cool.
You are so
Thanks,
nervous.
Tony.
Oh,
She's so nervous.
She's gonna pass out.
It's definitely Friday. It is Friday.
She picked a good spot to land.
Ah, nice soft shoulder right there.
You guys were at a different restaurant yesterday,
We
weren't you?
did. We had a lot of fun. You want
We
that?
did. We did. We surprised actually our Real Milwaukee fan group.
Oh, cool. The fan page
Yeah,
from,
the fan page
yeah.
group.
From
With,
Facebook?
they were at El Mito yesterday, and here's some pictures of all of us. Cassandra and I went over there.
Yeah.
And we got to meet them. We signed some autographs, took a bunch of pictures, and it was really fun to now put faces with names and to really interact with them. And
Is that Dolores?
yes,
Yep.
it is Dolores.
Yeah.
Yep. So the whole crew was there. It was
And
really
then-
fun.
But you know what? It was great because they had set this this lunch up and extended invitations.
Chef Becker.
I know.
And they were going to meet at Mito's, and I didn't deny or decline. So Amanda and I just kind of snuck up on them. We thought
We thought it'd be fun to surprise
Cute.
them.
But I think that they thought that we were going to come anyway, though. You think?
I don't know. I saw some of the posts, and they're like, Cassandra and Amanda haven't replied yet, so maybe they will.
But they
And then I
think
was like-
Cassandra is proper and does the right thing. Sadly, I
Right.
don't necessarily send thank you cards, and I don't reply on time.
And you're not really on
Sorry.
Facebook either.
Yeah.
So, and that's where the whole deal went down. But it was very, very cool that
a
they
lot
watched the
of fun.
show and they went to El Mito and all of that. So
Very
it was,
cool.
It was a
Thank
good
you
day.
all so much.
Great fans.
Thank you.
You
Yes.
need a little community that we helped to create there.
Yes.
Yeah, I had to decline because it's the end of the school year. That means there are a zillion things happening at school, and so yesterday I had to go for the field day and all that kind of stuff. And then last night, in the middle of the night, I'm telling this story only because I offer it as a warning to you, or at least a heads up to the future of your school days when it comes around. Last night, about 10:45, which is like, may as well be 2 a.m. by my standards.
right.
In comes Nyla in full panic mode. Tanya has long since taken a sleeping pill and she's out. She is
My
gone.
kind of girl.
Okay.
So I'm lying face down, good old pillow face. Papa! Papa! What's on fire? What's going on? And she's like, I need grapes. I'm like, what? Why do you need grapes? And my first thought was, are you sleepwalking again?
Yeah.
I need grapes for tomorrow at school. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're having a last day of school picnic and I need grapes for the whole class.
Oh, no.
And so- And so she's in full panic mode. She forgot to mention anything about it.
Do you keep grapes in your fridge?
And no, I started laughing because I'm like, I said to her, where do you think we're getting grapes at 10:45?
Right. That's funny.
She's like, I don't know, but if I don't have grapes, I can't go. I'm like,
Did you get up and go get the baby some grapes?
I couldn't have. There was nowhere to go to get
There's
grapes.
24-hour markets.
Not my neighborhood. And
So he told her.
I just told her, go to sleep. I said, we'll email your teacher in the morning. We'll figure it out. So, poor Tanya got up this morning to the same story, and they went and got grapes.
That's so cute.
I warn you, that was an easy one, to be fair, because sometimes you get, I need 24 cupcakes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Well, at least you know what they need. I don't know right now if it's gas, if she's hungry,
That's true.
if she's just angry about politics. I don't know why she's
But
crying.
she is definitely talking to you. With her whole body, she talks to you, right?
At 2
I
a.m.
love
quite
this
often.
child.
Yeah. All right. Well, very good.
All right, let's go off to the bubbler and talk about some folks who are having some moments of their own. Some protesting down in Milwaukee yesterday, upset with the results of the recall election. These folks took to the streets in an effort to get their message heard, I suppose. It didn't go all that smoothly. It was generally peaceful, but there was some concerns with staying where they need to stay as opposed to walking down through the streets there, and police had to kind of keep things under control. We do have a clip from either side of the situation from yesterday.
An absolutely vulgar display of force.
By who?
The police.
Okay, why?
This is unnecessary. These people are unarmed and within their rights to peaceful assembly.
And we couldn't give them downtown. So we spent a fair amount of time keeping them up on the sidewalk. A, they won't get hit by a car, and B, we wanted to keep the streets open for the general public.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, you do have the right to peaceful assembly, but there are, some normal safety restrictions on that, and I guess they didn't think it was fair for what the police did, and the police were just kind of...
What are we? Come on. Anyone else going? Come on. I mean, I'm all for protesting. Yay, that's your right. But they were part of their thing was that they still hate Walker. Thanks.
Right. Yeah.
We thought you changed your mind. Yeah. But I mean, you had your, there's a part of when I saw this, I was like, come on, dude. We got the,
We get it. It's
it's
over.
interesting
Let it
because,
go.
yes, protest changed things in this country for a lot of people, and it is a way to get things
Absolutely.
done. But it needs to be effective.
Yes.
But effective today could be getting press. Could be showing up in a way that would bring you attention.
Perhaps, but again, attention to what? You did create change.
Right.
You got a historic election in our state on Tuesday. Now it's
Very
over.
But that's ineffective to me
Right,
because
that
it's like it's not going to change.
Right, and you're just making...
Well,
whatever.
we've hit kind of,
Oh,
protest fatigue at this point.
Yes, agreed.
Voter
Can we
fatigue.
take the summer
Agreed.
off, please?
Yeah, wouldn't that be very nice? I think the other issue is, and this group, I think, aligns themselves with the whole Occupy movement, and I think the other issue that this movement has to look at is where do you go from here? Because if you remember back a couple of years, there was the Tea Party movement. We had this similar thing, and people got to the fatigue point with that, too. It's like, we get it with the tri-corner hats. We get it, all right? And then they made the intelligent move to take it beyond protests and rallies and become a political movement with an organization of some sort, whatever you want to qualify it as. Occupy Wall Street really hasn't evolved, which makes you ask, if all you're going to do is take to the streets and random protests and occupy parks and stuff, you're really going to get anything done that way.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that I keep hearing called for from them, and that is an agenda that people don't really know. And then random people will come up and say, this is what it's about. But as you say, collectively as a party or a group agenda.
Even a loose association. I mean, the Tea Party, one Tea Party group differs from the next, but at least in general, they have a movement forward.
Right. Yeah,
and if
we
you don't get
understand.
organized, I mean, like you say about protests changing this country, but those protests were organized. They had leaders. They had an agenda.
They
And
brought
people
value.
understood what people were
Calling
fighting
for
or
something
protesting
specific. You
for.
can't just be angry.
Right.
I'm angry, it's not
Well,
Friday.
you can, Nicole.
Yeah,
It just
you
doesn't
can.
work.
Well, we don't know if this lady is angry or crazy or what, but remember yesterday we showed you that footage of the woman who smacked Mayor Barrett on election night, said he conceded too early. Well, this got a lot of attention yesterday, not only in Milwaukee, but nationwide. And now we can hear a little bit more of the audio, and we spoke to the mayor about this slap. Listen.
I think she thought that people were still voting. My understanding was that the voting had been completed. I checked on that to make sure that everyone in Milwaukee had had a chance to vote.
She says, if I slap you, will I be arrested? And he's kind of like, what? And her point,
and then she does it.
She thought people, like you said. But do you really think that the candidate was going to call it early if it wasn't already, come on.
Well, and I guess for her, I mean, if you're thinking even in your head that you're going to make a bold, aggressive move by slapping someone, wouldn't you want to know all the facts? Like, okay, has everybody really voted? What time is it? Okay, he's calling it for a reason instead of just being uninformed and wailing on him.
Yeah, but there are a lot of folks. In a way, I envy folks like that because I am always a little too hesitant.
Because they got the balls to do it.
Well, in a way, that's exactly it. Because I'm sometimes a little too hesitant when I know an answer. I don't want to throw the information out there. I don't want to look like a know-it-all, or I don't want to be somebody who's just telling you what you should or should not. But sometimes I think, you know, you've got to give yourself a heartbeat at least. Give yourself that one heartbeat to go, is this a good idea? Maybe I won't hit the man.
Especially in this day and age when everything, and in that event, cameras, obviously TV cameras, but everywhere, there are cell phone cameras and everything.
Well, it was heard around the nation.
But nobody's heard from the woman yet. Nobody's heard from her. So
we heard her.
Oh, we heard
people,
I'll slap you.
National outlets are probably pitching her right now, and so she's holding off.
It's that time, isn't it?
Just poor Mayor Barrett. The guy needed a hug at that point. Honestly. You know, I mean, just in general, I don't care what side you're on.
Right.
You know, you should
Can I hug you?
Nobody wants to be slapped. If you slap me, you get a beat down, and then you get arrested.
And what did she think? That if he went up there and conceded, it wouldn't matter now? Like all of a sudden some big precinct comes in and turns out he won, and it's like, oh, you gave up. Yeah. You quit. Too late.
It would have been okay.
Like, lady,
as you
it'll
say,
be fine.
think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this woman should have thought.
Give it a beat.
This picture was seen around the world. It's a Colorado mom who's driving her SUV, and her baby boy is in the big boy seat. What's in the child's seat? A gas can. She was stopped by police. Police took the picture, but she's speaking out now. This is what she had to say. Check this out.
My son was buckled. I'm sorry for any misunderstandings there were. I love my kids. He doesn't know how to push this, but he can push the red button and shimmy out down. So then I see him flip over the car seat itself and put on his big boy seatbelt.
Oh, he shimmied out.
So, okay, well, I have several questions. First of all, where's the baby's clothes?
Yeah,
that's rhetorical. We don't have to answer that.
It's maybe hot in Colorado. I don't know.
But let's. I mean, really.
That's what we said this morning.
Where are his clothes?
The cops showed up.
But so let's talk to parents, because I'm not. Does this make sense to you guys? Well, okay,
kids get out of car seats.
But do you
not
keep on
noticing,
driving and put a gas can in?
That's my point.
Exactly. That's the part that doesn't make sense. In fact, we have a story of Nadia getting out of a car seat,
Yeah.
and we, you know, it took 2 seconds to like, and pull over.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's just no way that story makes any sense.
Yeah.
Fine, maybe he can get out of his car seat and get into the other seat. How'd the gas can get in there?
Right.
Do you want your even diaper-clad baby's bottom sitting on something that held gas?
Well,
like, I mean, really?
I know. Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess the older son or something says he's the one that put it in. There's just no way you don't notice the kid's in the wrong seat, that there's a gas can in the kid's seat. I mean,
it's so disturbing because I'm all worried, you know, you have to, when we installed the car seat and the base, and you have to make sure it's right and level, and then they face backwards now for 2 years, and I'm all worried about the rules. And then there's people like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Mother of the year out here. So.
But the gas can, the baby getting out, that's one. The gas can.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, the baby getting out, though, is only a loose excuse, pardon the pun, too, because the button she's talking about, I'm assuming, is the shoulder strap that holds the seat in. Well, first of all, most seats now come with what they call a latch, and it's not really, like, the shoulder thing is like plan D, you know, the best way to put it in.
Exactly.
So even if she doesn't have that, he should still be securely in the 5-point harness. She's got it way, you can tell by the way she holds it out, it's way too loose. It's out at gas can level. You need to reel it back to toddler level.
And you know what? If the baby's that involved, sounds like a teaching moment to me. Little diaper-clad butt boy, keep it in the seat. Really, this is how you do it.
But she loves her child. Just remember that.
Well, I'm sure she does.
I'm
sure she does.
I do. We all do. But do we love our veggies? No. Do men eat their veggies? Not necessarily, but we're going to tell you when they do, why they do, and it's not necessarily what you think.
All right. And as we head to break, some good news to share. It's always nice to have some good news. Here's a picture of Kilbourne students celebrating being one of the 50, count them, 50 MPS schools recognized by the Wisconsin PBIS network as being a school of merit. So there you go, some good news out of MPS and some cool-looking kids, too.
Yep.
Neighbor.